Okay guys, so here's the tutorial for this super easy trick. All you're gonna need is a normal blue King of Hearts. It can be whatever card you want, really. And then I used two blank cards, but you can also use two, like, if you have two duplicate cards, they could be like two Jack of Spades or two of Clubs. If you use like two duplicate cards, make sure they're like black cards to contrast from this red King of Hearts, because that will make the effect a little bit better. But I think blank cards are a better option because it's just like really incredible that you weren't using literally any cards at all. So I would recommend using blank cards, but if you don't, you can use like jokers or just two duplicate cards with the same color back as the regular card that you are going to use. So all you're going to need is this King of Hearts right here, two blank cards, and you're going to sandwich the King of Hearts right here between the two blank cards or your two duplicate cards. This is the setup for the trick. This is how you start out the trick. So this is the setup, and what you do, so you show three blue cards. Then you're going to square them up and get a break right below the second card. So you're going to get ready for a double lift, okay? And that's going to be the first thing. So you're just going to do a normal double lift like this, showing the King of Hearts on top. Then you're going to move the single card to the bottom, and then you're just going to flip over the single card. Now, you can either flip over the single card normally, like this, or you can do the fake double lift turnover with a single card. Because I did that in the performance, and I kept repeating it to show, like, that's how I normally would flip over a card, so people wouldn't get suspicious it was a double lift. So you could flip it over like this, or you could just flip it over like this. It depends on which way you're going to do the double lift during the entire performance to be consistent. So I'm just going to do this. So how I turn it over like this is pretty simple. You just push over the card and then put this corner right here onto the base of your hand right here, right in the middle of your hand. Then you're just going to turn the bottom portion of the card towards yourself and just kind of flip it up like this. Okay? And that's pretty much how to turn over the card this way. And then you can just turn it back over. Now, what you're going to do, you say you're going to move the King of Hearts to the bottom. You're going to do a pinky pull down, or I mean, you can also just riffle off the bottom card and then catch a break. Because what you're going to do is you're going to move the top two cards to the bottom as one. So you're just going to say, we're going to move the King of Hearts to the bottom. This is two cards, but you're going to move both of them to the bottom, just like this. Then you're going to do another double lift. And I would recommend doing this as your double lift. So not a single card, but a double lift, just like this. So this is now two cards as one, just like this. So now flip that over, move the single card to the bottom, and then do the same thing with just a single card. You're going to do the same sort of turnover, just like this, showing the King of Hearts on top. And now you're done doing the double lifts. Now you're going to say, okay, so now I know this is a terrible trick because you think I'm using three King of Hearts. What you're going to do is you're going to, while you're saying this, you're going to peel off the top King of Hearts with your hand and use this pack in your right hand to flip it over, place it on the bottom, just like that. So performance speed should look something like this. Just peel it off, flip it over, put it on the bottom. Then you're going to do a frustration count. Flip over your wrist, peel off the top card. Flip over your wrist, peel off the top card again. Flip over your wrist, set this on top. So what you just did, you showed the bottom card 3 times, but it looks like you're showing each individual card. But you're just showing the bottom card 1, 2, 3 times, just like that. Now, here's the one little move you have to do. You take the top card with your index finger, you're going to peel it back, just like this. Now, you're going to take your 3 fingers, thumb, index, middle finger. Thumb goes on the bottom of this card, index finger goes right here, middle finger goes on the second card. You're basically just going to move everything up, just like this. So you're just going to move up, and basically the goal of that is to square the top card up with the bottom card, but out jog this middle card. So pretty much what you're doing is this. Without the cover of my hands, I'm doing this. I'm just going to be out jogging that middle card up. And what that's going to allow me to do is now I'm going to grab this middle card right here with my fingers. And that will allow me to grab these 2 cards right here as one blank card. The top and the bottom card is one. So pretty much slide back, press forward. You're going to use your thumb here to line up, just like that. Now, the bottom card and the top card are lined up, just like this. So I can strip them out as one card, but it's actually 2 cards, and show this blank card right here. Put this on top, the double on top. and set down the top card, which is the King of Hearts. Now, show the bottom card first. Show the bottom card as the blank card, set it down, and then finally show this last card as a blank card. Pack this up, and if you wanted to reset the trick, all you do is you take the bottom card, place it back in the middle. Now you're set up again to do the whole entire trick again. So let's just do the whole trick again. So do a double lift, place a single on the bottom, and then flip over the top card as 1. Now, you're going to take 2 cards, set them on the bottom. So you're going to take the King of Hearts set on the bottom. It's 2 cards. Then you're going to do a double lift, showing it jump to the top, flip over the double, put a single on the bottom, flip over the single, okay? Then you're going to peel it off with your thumb, flip it over, set it on the bottom, do a frustration count, showing the King of Hearts 3 times. Then you're going to peel it back with your index finger, push up the first and second card, aligning it with the bottom card so you can strip out these 2 cards right here as 1 card, showing the blank card. Put this double on top, set down the top card, show the bottom card first as the blank card, and then next show the top card blank too. And then if you want to reset the trick, just make sure that you put that King of Hearts back in the middle, and you're ready to go again.
Setup is you want your identical jokers, so make sure they're identical. If you have a duplicate, it works too. Jokers just work really well with this because you're kind of like, oh, this is a joker. I'm going to leave it here for now. And up here, there you go. I'm going to leave it here for now. And it makes sense. And I like this in a stand-up environment because if you were sitting down, you would just leave this turtle to the side, this card to the side. But because we're standing up, I need a place to put it, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. And I like that justification here. Both jokers on top, identical jokers on top. You take one, you say, okay, we're gonna try something here. Actually, we'll hold on to the joker. For the sake of this trick, I'm just gonna put the joker here so that I can keep talking without having something in my mouth, because that's rude. Something you would not do while eating al fresco.
I did another callback here to the alfresco joke, and I think 2 is enough. 2 is the right number. Any other callback after that, not going to be as funny. So yeah, you're welcome.
You want to have them select a card. Now, legitimately, this seems like a free choice. It's very nice. It's a very nice way to do it. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take about half the pack. So you're holding the rest of the cards in your hand like this. You're going to take about half the pack. And with your thumb, you're just going to strip off that top card, and you're going to keep stripping off the top cards. But this first top card, which is the card you want in play, you're going to do something a little bit different. So you're going to go here, and then once you're here, you're going to come back around as if to strip the next one off. But what you're doing is you're grabbing a small break right here on that card. So in sequence, it kind of looks like this. So this looks like a fair choice at this point. They can say stop whenever they want. And remember, I have a break here under this card. So whenever they decide to say stop, here's the beautiful part. I use this deck to flip that card over. Now they see the 9 of spades. I'm going to use the deck again and flip it over, but this time I'm going to drop this card on top at the same time. So here's what it looks like in real time. So they say 9 of spades, and I say here, and that's already done. Now you're going to use this hand to do a one-handed fan. I'm pretty sure I got a tutorial out there somewhere. If not, there's a tutorial out there somewhere. You're going to take that card, which they think is the 9 of spades, and you're going to put it here. Now, normally in a card to mouth, they push it in. And that gives me enough time to take their card up here and put it in my mouth, right? But that's not what we're going to do here, because that creates that weird moment where I'm here, they push it, and I'm like, and I got to point, and and it looks stupid. I look stupid right now. Instead, let's let's start this over here. We're here, we got that break. We're gonna go like this. They say stop wherever, the 7 of hearts. I replace it with that other card, the joker. I'm gonna put it here, and instead I'm just gonna say touch the back of the card. Now, pan up. This card is gonna be in my mouth at this point, right? As they touch the card, try to keep us both in frame here. I'll be further away from the cards, but as they touch that, I'm just doing that. So as soon as they touch it, I turn it around. It's now the joker. They realize it's the joker, which used to be in my mouth, so they pan up and they see this. So I don't have to point or anything else. They get the idea. And why this is so great? Because there are no extra moves. You are doing the exact same thing you would do in a card to mouth scenario, which is putting a card to your mouth. So there's no extra moves here. What's happening? I'm panicking. I'm panicking! Panicking, mannequin, flannekin, mannequin. Card to mouth normally would be just while they're doing the thing, you go like this. And because it's the same move, you're doing this. And with my thumb, I'm just gonna, right? That's all you're doing, just switching a card. Same move, switching a card. Okay, same move, but different, okay? All in all, this is what it looks like. We're gonna start off by saying, okay, Joker's wild. We'll leave this Joker here, it'll come into play a bit later. Say stop whenever you want. Lee, say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Right there?
Yeah.
10 of hearts. I want to, Lee, could you actually just touch the 10 of hearts? Mm-hmm. Look at that, 10 up. And there you go. Switched. Don't act surprised, don't do that. So that is card to mouth, my version, which I call better than your card to mouth, because it is. If you want to learn it, rewind the video. I'm not gonna go over it again. I think that was pretty thorough, and that's it. So it's a great thing to do. You can do walk around, stand-up environments. You can sitting down if you want to. That's weird. Imagine. Everybody, sit down, and nobody sits down except you. I might cut that bit. That's not that funny. Okay, guys. Outro. Here, for this trick, we are going to use 2 cards that will help me find your card. These are the 2 queens, the 2 red queens. I'm gonna hold on to those for now, and I'm gonna have you go ahead and select any card you like in the entire deck. This one right here. Well, perfect, thank you very much. Have a look at that card. And I'm gonna lose that card somewhere into the deck. Now, I will need those 2 queens, and they're going to sandwich the deck just like so, as you can see. The red queen here and the red queen here. And just like that, one card is caught between the 2 queens. Your selection, the 4 of clubs. So that was a sandwich effect using the same principle, but you end up sandwiching their selection between the 2 cards, and I'm gonna show you guys how that works. So you wanna grab 2 cards that are gonna use, that you're gonna use as sandwich cards. You can use anything really, as long as they're the same. I like using face cards, so let's say the 2 queens. You can set these aside for now, and say we'll get back to those in a second. So maybe put them on the table, put them in your pocket, have the spectator hold them. And now they're going to select a card. Here's the thing, you have to be able to control their selection to the bottom of the deck. Many ways to go about that. A very simple way. So what I used is a straddle pass. I'm not gonna get into that. Basically controls any card to the bottom of the deck really quickly. You can also use something as simple as a double undercut. So you can do it like this. You can have them do this. You can say, hold the cards in a bevel, like so. Run your finger down the side, they say stop, they look at a card, so let's say this card here. I riffle the rest, keeping a pinky break right underneath. I hold that break with this thumb, so I transfer from my pinky break here to my thumb. And as I'm talking, I'm going to grab half of that, put it on top, and I'm gonna let the other half fall into my hand and put it on top. Oh boy. That's why I don't do the double undercut. Let's try that again. They say stop, you gotta hear, I'm here, and now I double undercut, and the card is now on the bottom. Or you can have them say stop in a dribble, like so. You can have them look at this card. Shuck forward, I taught this before, where their selection is right here basically, but it's sort of in-jogged, because what you're doing is this. You're dribbling to the back, and that selection is in-jogged, so your thumb's gonna come in there and hold that break, and same thing, you're gonna grab half, bring it to the top, and grab the other half, bring it to the top as you're just casually talking. Now the card is on the bottom. Once you're in this position where you control the card to the bottom of the deck, here's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna take the 2 queens, and you're gonna place one on top, and one on bottom. You can either do it with your right hand or your left hand, whatever you're more comfortable with. But what you're gonna do is by showing them the bottom card, so you say, I have the 2 queens that are sandwiching the deck, you're going to just let that one protrude a little bit, because here's what's gonna happen. Their card is here, but your index is contacting that card as well as this one. So the friction, let's do it slow, of the cards going this way will automatically sandwich their selection between those 2. So when done quickly, it's the same principle. You jog it a little bit. On the edge of the card, I'm holding this here. So as I throw the rest of the cards into my right hand, one card will be sandwiched and it'll be their selection. And that's it.